And the lady didn't even give me like the 800 number or really ask me much of anything. So I'm just calling to follow up and see if there's an outage somewhere or.
Did you call the 800 number?
She never gave me the 1-800 number.
Are you aware of the 800 number?
Yeah, because that's why I said that she didn't give it to me. Because I've had problems with y'all before.
Did you? You didn't. Okay. I guess most people assume that people have written that number down and really call it. What's your address?
2516 Harmony Road.
2516 Harmony Road. Okay.
What? I still don't have any internet. Somebody gonna get. We're having internet issues. So we have to go live from our phone in here. So you should have muted that. Muted what?
I never got the 800 number, so I need that.
I'm not worried about our address being out there live.
Mm-hmm.
394
Mm-hmm.
4772.
Okay.
But we send this notice that goes to David Dawson in the telecom department, and it also goes to that service that is actually the company that you'll talk to actually is the company that manages and operates the system that Elton sells. Elton basically a third party to their system. So
Right.
they should have access to your system and be able to see everything.
Okay.
And if there's some issue on our side, then David and his group will be able to see on his side that whether you're connected to the modem, and the modem's online, or the modem's not online. But they should give you a call back. So either Elton will give you a call back, or that other services will give you a call back, or you can call them directly. Okay?
All right. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Now, our address went out.
Yeah,
live.
I know. That's what I was looking at you going. I didn't know you were live.
Okay, do you want me to stop the stream and delete it and do it all over again? I mean, we give people our address when they ask to send us.
I know.
So
That's fine.
What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine?
Who's all in here?
I don't know, but if you're going to do that, go ahead and go
Oh, hold on
outside.
a second. Because I'm going to be on hold. Always like that.
So, as you can see, we've been kind of having this problem all week. We've been doing a lot of stuff from our phones, unable to upload a video from our phone because I don't know how to edit it with the Premiere Rush, but obviously have to learn how to do that. So there's that. But on the flip side, we grew more this week since we didn't put out a single video
Except for Monday.
than what we done since we've been putting out a video every day. So YouTube, if you're watching, can you send me an email and explain that to me? So it's just one of those conundrums, I guess. So hope everybody is having a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. And
This is working. I'm just not going to even.
It's going to go out again. And so did you get a new phone? Yeah, I got a new phone and all of my contacts are gone. So if you have my personal phone number, do me a solid and send me a text message. And
What's up, D?
put your name. Just put your name in the text message.
Stringfield Ridge, what's up?
So that way I can
Save you
again in my phone.
Yeah.
Please don't do it now while we're live. Wait till after the live stream.
Yeah, because
please.
we are on his.
That would be very
Too late. She said too late.
What's up, Cattywampus? So, mods, be on the lookout tonight because I did drop a challenge to some trolls that came into a fellow YouTuber's live stream Friday night? Yeah.
Last night.
He
said I almost did it.
And because I know I have the most awesomest, yep, that's good grammar, most awesomest mods out there.
I need water.
What are you doing?
Yes, if we're on.
Yes, we're on. I'm talking to the computer screen?
I know. You're crazy.
I know I'm crazy. But
Yep, hashtag mod squad.
And there's a certain individual that I believe is behind it. And if that person shows up, you will know exactly who it is because I'm going to call them out right here, right then, right now, because I'm tired of playing the nice game. So.
And I'm not holding him back anymore.
And so.
We're
just going to throw it out there like that.
I hope they turn up.
There's always that.
Somebody said something I was going to say something about.
About how ruggedly handsome I am?
No. I don't even know. What you talking about, Rupert?
So, but on a flip note, Robin and I were talking before the live stream, and we were trying to talk about what was the best way, video-wise, for us to be able to handle the, lack of a better word, transition from being mostly out in the garden and doing kind of homesteady stuff to doing the woodworking and other kind of. Oh, did I break my glasses? I sure did. How did that happen?
Where?
Right there in the corner. I bet a chunk of wood jumped up and hit it when that board exploded. Like it. Oh no, it must have been a booger hair or something. Cause it's gone now. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. But squirrel. And so what I think, and y'all give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you agree. What I think we're going to do is we're going to kind of do a lot of that kind of stuff like a vlog style, where unless I'm going to teach something specific about what I'm working on, and we're just going to kind of vlog and kind of bring you guys along on a day-to-day basis of what we're doing around here, what projects we're working on, and stuff like that. And we're going to try to put out a good solid teaching video
once a week.
We're actually going to do like how we did the raising cattle for beginners video, the soap making or the laundry pod video,
pig breeds, all the pig stuff, all that
we literally sat down and we kind of wrote everything out.
Could we do some essential oil stuff?
Hold you up.
I could. What are you looking for?
Your essential oil class live stream.
Well, I believe the question was because you do essential oil stuff. Mama Share doesn't count. So here's one thing, and some of you know this and some of you don't, but beginner stuff is really good for now. Lots of people just starting. Okay, so here's the thing. Hey D, North Carolina D.
You gonna try? You gonna try and dodge that?
No. So here's the thing.
No, you just hurt Mama Cher's feelings.
The last couple of weeks, we have been trying, and you guys have really been, help holding us accountable on being able to put out a video every day for like 2 to 3 weeks. We've done this now, and we were hoping that it would kind of jumpstart YouTube again to maybe catch up with some of the analytics, the what's it called, algorithm, all of that stuff. And it really hasn't seemed to change anything. If anything, it seems like it has hurt us. And so one thing we've been trying to find out, what are we doing wrong? What do we need to do? And one of the things that I kept hearing in a bunch of different YouTube stuff was...
Well, no, we took it to our...
No, I'm not going with that. I'm not going with that. This is something different. One of the things that I noticed with like all the YouTube videos that I would try to listen to on the YouTube creator stuff and things like that, a lot of them said that you need to tune into your audience and find out exactly what they're looking for. What are they searching for right now? And so I'm going to take the opportunity, since we've got 30 people in here, what are the things that you guys are looking for? Obviously, searching stuff is going to be seasonal. So right now, what are the things, specifics, guys, that you guys are looking for? $31 and smudge.
Y'all do us a solid, though. Keep smashing that thumbs up button or thumbs down. We're trying to... One of the things that we think has happened to our channel is that because...
What are you looking for, companionship?
Because...
water catchment.
We have been around... I mean, we're the oldest homesteading channel out there that's done legitimate homesteading videos from day one to present day. And I think we might got lost in the algorithm somewhere.
What all can I do with all of the EOs that Robin has twisted my arms to get? Okay, so give me some specifics, April. Which ones are you looking at?
Somebody said looking for somebody to talk to.
People to talk to, not kidding. Personally, have been searching for healthy, low-carb meals, herbal medicines, and what to do with the rest of my...
A beginner crash course.
Okay.
Lye soap. Funny you say that, Two Aprons. 33 folks in here, 22 thumbs up. Come on, y'all. Smash that thumbs up.
Georgia peach tree pruning. Herbal meds.
If we don't call what you say out, please put it in again, because the
our little chat screen's
going crazy. And it's hard to see. Also, if another thing, we are going to be bringing back...
I bought in Alberton, Georgia peach tree. Yeah, there is one called, it's Alberta though, I think. Tutorial making bat box. We'll get on that. Okay, I've got diffusing down. So you're more looking for actual like topical applications, whether or not you can use it orally, that kind of thing. Fruit pruning.
Herbal medicine.
I got that. That's been a...
She said yes.
Okay.
Also, if you want to, we're going to kick up the email list again. We kind of were slack about that when we were putting those videos out, but we're going to kick that up again. And if you're not on it, go ahead. EO chapstick. We have some of that for sale, actually, don't we?
We do.
Yes, we do. If you want to be on it, now how we treat our email list is we send out an email when
Mary S., what's up?
basic power tools.
Mm-hmm.
101. Okay. Okay. Let me focus, Jason.
When we send out an email.
When we send out an email, it is usually to just notify you guys that we put a video out, if we're going live, or about a giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Giveaways are probably gonna, COVID kind of stuck a fork in giveaways for a little while, because a lot of the sponsors and stuff, they obviously had to work from home, and all of
What's up, Lone Star? Well, and all the sponsors we have, a lot of them are very busy right now, so the last thing they want to do is give free stuff away.
And they were either uber busy or they were working from home and they didn't have access to the stuff to be able to.
Or a lot of stocks out.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's going to start to be able to kick up pretty soon. So, and the Tinker's wife said that somebody to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
Tinker's wife, send us a message or an email with a great way to get in touch with you, because there are times I am literally sitting around waiting for glue to dry. Then I would have absolutely no problem checking in on you and talking to you. You know, trust me, I bugged the snot out of Broussard. Sometimes I don't do it as much as I used to, because I think he was getting in trouble because he was talking a lot with me, and so that kind of has stopped. But y'all keep him on your prayer list. Brett is at home recovering from a hernia surgery, and as far as I know, he is okay. I told him not to worry about trying to keep in touch with me, to just rest and get better, and then he can start hitting me up when he's feeling better. Plus, he's smart enough to know that I would take way too much advantage of Brett being on painkillers. Well,
not just that, I'm sure.
No, that's probably exactly what it is, because I would take way. I mean, that's how good of a friend I am. I would save those Marcos, put them out there on the internet. What?
They're going so fast I can't read.
Well, stop eating my popcorn.
Shut up.
Those are not loving words you're using.
Shut your face.
That's not loving words either. That's not how you build a meaningful communication in our relationship. Just saying. Do you need me to?
I'll go back through it in a second. Oh, no feedback.
You have to turn off your volume.
I did.
Okay, I'm just telling you, you gotta turn off your volume. Are we buffering, or is your phone buffering?
My phone is buffering, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I feel like everybody would tell us if we were buffering.
Yeah, I think people would tell us. So I'm thinking about cutting off my hair. What do y'all think? I'm thinking about just shaving my head. And I'm going to tell you why. And y'all can make...
I was wondering.
Y'all can make all kinds of fun of me if you want to. And that's okay. But I was in the shop the other day. My hair has now gotten long enough that sometimes it will, with, fans blowing and stuff, that it will blow around like this and like touch my ear just lightly. And I'm thinking that it's like some type of a wasp, or you need to put that on live chat so you can see them all.
Can you just do that? And I will take care of it. Just talk.
And it will blow around and like touch my hair, or come down like on that one part of my neck, and I think it's like a bug or something. And I'm like, ooh, no. So I don't know. I'm a... Y'all think I should cut my hair?
Samson said, wear your hair like him.
He's bald. Just like I was watching my new friend from down under.
Wait for the warmer weather.
What's his channel's name? I can't believe it.
Down under something.
Forage and Farm. I wish he was in here. He's probably asleep. But anyway.
What?
He's probably asleep. Because it's like real early in the morning over there.
Mm-mm. They're like...
Yeah. That's it right there.
Down under Fortune Farm. That's it. I know it was down under something. Do you need a clip with a bow to hold it down?
And him and I look a lot alike. Like it's real scary.
Well, not anymore. Oh, no, different one. Sorry. I was thinking of somebody else. I was thinking of Haas. Haas dyed his beard like grayish white and his hair, so now he looks like Santa Claus.
And so I was thinking about doing my beard like his. Because he left all of this like this, but he trimmed this down real nice. Mm-hmm. And then he's got, it's like separating like right here. And it's kind of like...
Yeah.
Kind of like that. But I do want to grow my beard long enough that I can braid it. What are you saying no for?
Braiding it?
Yeah. Yep. My beard, my choice.
Okay. Okay. You can put beads in your beard, Jason.
You know, I could put Christmas ornaments in it. Maybe I can get super chats that way.
My eyes.
You know, they got little clip-on ones. I just put little Christmas balls all over my beard. The white picket fence. What's going on, brother?
Hello, white picket fence. I guess they just forgot to bring me something to drink.
Yep. Well, after the way, I mean, you probably got them scared.
Get braid extensions.
Where has Dragon's Talon been? Dragon's Talon got upset with us over the video about Apollo. When Apollo went...
got hurt
by Han.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically sent us a comment that he said that I was stupid and he could no longer...
That up until this point, it was only because of me that he was watching, and that now he just had enough.
Had enough, and that he could no longer support this channel.
Mm-hmm.
So
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yep. I have tried to reach out to try to figure out exactly what offended him the most, and he's still offended because he has not, communicated back in any way, shape, or form. But that's okay. At the end of the day, we've had a lot of people that were around for a while that some of you guys may notice that are not here anymore. They have accused us of
changing.
We're
no longer the same people.
No longer the same people, and I don't know how to be anybody else but me. But that's okay. I pray for them. I wish them the best with their journey and with what they do. And it's all good in the hood. It's like Medea says. People are like trees. You have leaves that come into your life, and they're there for a season.
And then they change color
and then a good storm comes up. They blow away. You have other people that are like branches, and they stick around through a couple of good storms, and but maybe even once in a while you got to prune them, or they break away. And you even got a smaller number of friends that are what they call roots.
Then you have old folks that just won't leave.
and they're solid. They're what helps keep you up.
Keep you grounded,
and keep you grounded. And so that's the way that I just had to look at it. That God will bring people in and out of our lives for a season. And the ones that God wants for us to have around for longer than a season, well, they'll be around longer than a season.
Garlic planting class. And I mean, look, there were a lot of people that we knew 4 or 5 years ago, and a good portion of them are gone.
Mm-hmm.
But there are some of you that are still there, and we really appreciate that. You're our roots.
Yep. And look, we understand, and we also understand that sometimes, people get busy, and
Yeah, we get that too.
we get that.
But
You're not gonna have to be at every live stream. If I really like you, I'm gonna pick on you like I do Cattywampus every now and then because they're super busy and they don't get to come to every live stream.
Or like somebody like Homestead in the Highlands. It is right now. They're super late, so she's not going to be at every single one. But I still will check in on her occasionally during her time of the day where it's good.
Now, who was
for being busy? Yeah.
Who was the one that did the super chat for the Christmas balls?
It was Lone Star Living.
That's who I thought it was. I love you, man. I have to brag on him.
Yes.
For a minute. Now,
we've been watching him this year.
Lone Star Living has been with us for a long time.
A very long time.
And when we first met Lone Star, Robin and I are arguing about this, but you need to help me out. He used to do preparedness type videos, I think, and he would film them because he had a long commute in his truck. And so he would do the vlog style and talking about preparedness.
I don't remember that.
And then he lived in a apartment for the longest time. And he watched us religiously. And you could tell he was soaking it up like a spoon. I mean, like a sponge. I'm sorry. A spoon.
That too.
And I'll never forget it.
Here's another one. Lost Dude, what's up?
I'll never forget this as long as I live. Because he is one of our viewers that I can actually say inspired us to change something drastically. We were talking about growing your own food and about the broken food system, and basically I was saying I didn't care if you lived in an apartment or whatever, you can do something where you can grow something and be sustainable. Mm-hmm. And I think he was getting frustrated. What's up, Anita? And he snapped at me one time.
And I don't know that it was necessarily right at you, but it was just the perfect storm. It was, he'd had a bad day and just...
Yeah. But yeah, it was just the perfect storm. And he said, "Oh, Jason, that's great. You live on 21 acres. Not everybody can do that." And I'll be honest, coming from him, that kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. But it motivated Robin and I. And that comment was what sparked the Grow Foods, Not Lawns video series of 2019.
Yeah, if you really want to know
why we did what we did to our front lawn was because of Lone Star Living. Mm-hmm. And this is the part where I get to brag. He's not in an apartment anymore. Mm-mm. He is on, how big is his farm?
I don't know the
Lone
details.
Star, how big is your homestead now?
I just know that he's doing everything. Like,
he's got meat birds.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. They process them.
They in the freezer.
But he sent me a polo the other day, and it made sawdust go in my eyes. I'm not even gonna lie. A bunch of sawdust got in my eyes because when he was talking in the phone, I was out there in the wood shop, and he was really enunciating, and it was kicking up the sawdust.
40 acres. Wow.
So now he has a bigger homestead than us. Mm-hmm. And he just had his first set of lambs born
on his property,
on his homestead.
He's done meat birds this year. He's got sheep going.
And it was awesome. And for those of you that are kind of just getting started with YouTube, and I know that there's some of you guys in here that are small to medium sized channels, medium sized like us, and then smaller down where you just got monetized or you're on the brink of getting monetized. I want to encourage you guys. I want to tell you guys, don't give up, because your Lone Star living person is out there. You are probably already
hello, North and South.
You're probably already inspiring somebody and you don't even know it. And that person that you are inspiring one day is going to send you a Marco Polo or an email or something that said, and they're going to share something with you that they're just uber excited about because they were able to do something on their homestead that they may have learned from you. This is going to aggravate me.
Can you flip your phone on?
Huh? I got it, I think. Close up for a second, y'all. I gotta plug in the. Whoop. Hey.
There you go. How about
on
that?
the wrong side. There we go. Oh, yeah.
Samson Farm said I inspired Misty.
And so there was no better feeling than seeing how excited he was in that Marco Polo. There was no better feeling.
Yes, TJ, they did.
Than watching this young couple that I finally got to meet in person at the Shindig.
Well, they
didn't have
2019.
Yeah. We got to meet him at the Shindig. I got to give the big old boy a hug, which really wasn't much of a hug because he's a big boy. And I had to step on a stool just to be able to get up. He's like
he's really tall.
17
foot
tall or something. And so I'm just saying that it doesn't matter if you're a cooking channel like Mama Z. There's somebody, Mama Z, you probably got somebody out there that is literally learning. They're on their own. There's some college student out there learning on their own. And he is learning how to cook by watching your videos. And he may not be brave enough, or she may not be brave enough yet to comment. But I'm telling you, it's coming. There's going to be a day when you're going to get a comment, or you're going to get something that, I tried to make this and it turned out awesome. Thank you very much. And I'm telling you, there is nothing, absolutely nothing better than that.
It's actually, and Jonathan, correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
But
that's what Jonathan said.
I think the Shindig was kind of like the turning point. Because if I remember correctly, before then, his wife was kind of like putting the brakes on everything, wasn't really interested in doing much. And so it was kind of hard for him to do it. You can't do it all by yourself. The best homesteads succeed when both spouses are
teamwork
players.
Makes the dream work, baby.
And so he brought her to the Shindig, and I'm sure in hopes that it would inspire her. And
it did.
It did, because
she got right down there and helped Jess.
She was helping Jess with the plants and talking to everybody and just really getting elbow deep in all of it. And both of them were such a blessing to us that day, because we got stuck in a situation where we couldn't really leave to get change or food. And they went and helped out with change. We had, had that all taken care of, and it was awesome. But yeah, that's always keep in mind that the things that you. Oh, jeez. So now Lane has COVID and VW is back on quarantine.
Mm.
It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There are many channels that I've watched for years, really left messages, but was learning from them and getting inspired from them. Just this year, I've been leaving messages. Yeah.
See?
There are definitely people that just watch and they don't ever really comment on anything. So
let's smash that thumbs up, folks. Got 44 people in here and 34 thumbs up. Let's hit that thumbs up or the thumbs down.
Anna had to leave. Her mom's giving her a hard time.
Oh, Duncan. How is I'm feeling so stupid right now because it was right there and it left me. Somebody in your family hit a deer last night. Are they okay? I don't know. Yes, Audrey's fine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry I couldn't pull that right back up right there. But so you talked today, did you not? You talked to our puppies.
Oh, yeah. I talked to our puppy's breeder and I asked her how Fury was doing because that's kind of the one that we would prefer because she's got two girls that are going to be whelping, right? Isn't that the name? Whelping. And so one will be whelping on the 10th and one is whelping on the 15th. But apparently the one that we want is actually supposed to be due on the 15th. Yeah. But she said that both girls are huge right now. Like they are so ready to have their puppies. Hey, Linda. What's up? Pete's Little Homestead said, I've seen the shop video and I really liked it.
Thank you, Pete. Pete, yeah. I'm sorry I kind of like disappeared on your live stream last night. You just went to buffering crazy and kind of find out it was our internet. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're doing the live on our phone tonight because it still didn't get squared away. So I'm sorry I had to duck out on your live stream last night.
Yeah. So
Lone Star, it said don't time me out, Jason. What?
No, not Lone Star.
I mean,
Lost Dude.
Lost Dude. What did he say? Oh, Lost Dude. Happy birthday, brother. I know it's not.
Because he said, was it a real deer or a Georgia deer?
Happy birthday, brother.
Not yet.
Not yet, early. But I mean, are we gonna do a live stream on Tuesday?
No.
Exactly.
Not particularly.
So, but we will be having our annual Marine Corps birthday live stream next Saturday after the birthday.
Okay.
After the Marine Corps birthday. And so tell a friend, tell a Marine. Maybe we can get the youngest Marine that we know to kind of join us.
Maybe.
Somehow, some way, shape, or form. Maybe a call in or something. Ain't like he ain't got anything else better to do. He's in school.
On a Saturday? Yeah. I would think he'd be okay.
Yeah. So.
One quick thing. Well, two quick things. This week, you've been working on some stuff in the shop. And
Sherry, did it come in? You said that you got a notification that you had a package. Did you get anything? Fiona!
What is that? Not till Monday. We may have up to 80 lambs over the next 5 months. That's nuts. Marine Corps Ball was canceled, so there's going to be one on the streets of downtown Portland. Look, I keep seeing these things on Facebook where it says, hey, for all of you protesters and rioters,
make
sure that you finish it by the 10th because It would be a bad day.
Yeah, that meme was funny. It said, to all you rioters out there, make sure you're done or take a break on November 10th because that's the Marine Corps birthday, and there's going to be drunk Marines looking to pick a fight with anything from a raccoon to a rioter. You have been warned.
You have been warned.
So,
Marine Corps ball is canceled. How they gonna get white girl wasted? Go to the streets of Portland.
yeah.
We found a ram we didn't know about in with the girls. Had no idea where he came from or how long he's been in there. Oh,
No, I did not know that.
What?
The Tinker's wife lived in Portland.
Not sure you knew that. No, I did not know that you lived in Portland.
Mm-mm.
One of our, we listened to a podcast called Prepping 2.0. And they live in Washington, I believe. As much OPSEC as they, go through, but I believe they're in Washington. And they talk about Portland and Seattle and all that stuff that's going on right now.
And if you guys go over there and visit their podcast, go ahead and leave them a message and tell them that Big Bear sent you.
Yeah. It'd be nice to be on their podcast.
Yeah.
But anyway. So in the wood shop, you have been
working with wood. I could do it. That's what she said right now, but we're not gonna.
You can go on a Google podcast. You can go on to iHeartRadio. I found it through both of those.
Yeah. They also have a YouTube channel called Prepping 2.0.
Well, it's actually Prepping 2-0 because they can't do a point. You can't do the dot because it's like .com. So
but if you just put in Prepping 2,
yeah,
it'll show up.
Yeah.
The guy is a lawyer. They're both authors, and they wrote some fictional preparedness type
stories, novels,
end of the world novels. I have not read them yet, but we're probably gonna pick one up. My thing is like when I picked up the Going Home series, the very first book, I read it in like one night, and you got so mad
because you were useless for like 2 days because of it.
Yeah. I was zombified.
Because 1, you were a zombie, and 2, whatever energy you did have, all you wanted to do was talk about a book that I hadn't read yet. So it was very kind of frustrating. Because...
Yeah, and you took forever to read that book, by the way. I'm just saying. That was very disappointing.
So Terry said she needs a pecan wood rolling pin to go with her with her candle holders. Copper Kettle, what's up?
Here's the thing. I have been playing around with my lathe, and I don't know if it's because this pecan wood has a fungus in it.
It's spalted, if you know what spalted is. So it's got a fungus that's going through it that's made that little black streak.
Or if it's something else that I'm possibly doing wrong. But I cannot get the pecan to completely do a sphere.
Smooth, right.
And it at the ends, there's a term for each end of the lathe, and I cannot recall it right now, but
the chuck or
the wood, and I'm assuming it has to be because of that fungus, will just start to kind of wallow out, and it'll get loose, and then it'll become unbalanced again, and then I gotta stop but we found a hardwood dealer, and me and Ladessa went to visit them the other day, and they had Hispanic people working there, and they started speaking Spanish. Well, homeschool. Ladessa was actually understanding some of the stuff that they were saying, and one time she was like, at first when she realized that she
understood it,
that she understood it, she was like, and I'm like, what'd they just say? She just said that the white oak was over there. I'm like, okay, and then all of a sudden the the two females were talking, and Dessa cut her eyes at them. As looks could kill. And I said, "What's the matter, baby?" And she's like, "That one over there said you're good looking, but you better start showing that ring. You better start walking around like this." So Ladessa had your 6th. And
That's my girl.
yeah. And it was just so funny. And I was like, okay, so then we don't need to tell mommy that the hot señorita there had a thing for daddy. And she almost punched me in my mouth. She was like,
"Oh,
I am going to tell
and
mommy."
then she came to me and she was like, "Mommy, you don't have anything to worry about. I got this." "Baby girl, I got this. We're okay." It was
just so funny because Ladessa was like all focused in on the wood with me, and we were talking about the difference between it being raw and how some of the things had to go in the kilt. She was asking about what the kilt was, and she was razor focused on that. And all of a sudden, it was like she went, whoosh, and her attention completely switched, head snatched over there. And I'm telling you, if we were from Krypton, those girls would have been super hot because she would have bing.
Homestead in the Highlands said, "Jason, if I can find a thick chunk of wood from the old distillery, I'll send you some over. It smells like whiskey." That would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you've been working on some cutting boards. We have a couple different ideas on some cutting boards. We also kind of been throwing around an idea of doing a cookbook holder, like a stand for you to put your cookbook on the countertop.
Wait, you showed me that picture today. How have we been throwing that around?
I threw it around right to you, and you're gonna make it. Like, there's no.
I wonder if Pioneer Woman has one like that.
So, speaking of Pioneer Woman, here is another example as to why Pioneer Woman is evil, y'all. Just evil. My wonderful friend, who thinks that she is enabling me, but she's really just torturing me. She sent me a picture and said, this is my new trash can. And it literally is a Pioneer Woman trash can.
Meg?
It is blue and pink and red and flowers everywhere. And I told her, that is disgusting because trash should not be pretty. It's not meant to be pretty. You should not have a pretty trash can. Just saying. So, yeah. And then she proceeded to tell me the story behind it. Her husband went to Walmart. He was walking through and he saw it. And, he's like a great husband. He sees it. He pulls it over and puts it in his cart. And he comes back around. And this lady comes down the aisle and she's like, "No." He's like, "What?" "I was going to get that trash can." He's like, "Sorry, it's the only one. Have a nice day." But I was going to ask my husband about it. Gonna have to wait till another one comes, man. So that was pretty funny.
Lost dude, it really depends on what wood you want. Because I got access to, this is such good popcorn. It's probably so good because they hadn't had popcorn in over like a month.
How would you throw a trash can away? Very easily.
Obviously, black walnut is more expensive.
A lot more expensive. Like 3 times as expensive as cherry.
And so right now I have access to black walnut. I have a limited, I don't know if I have any pecan left because I have 4 boards that have already been basically ordered, paid for, whatever.
Right.
I'll know more probably tomorrow if I'm going to have any pecan left. At least that's been dried. I'm going to probably drop a couple of more pecans this winter, and then they'll be sitting off drying out, and they should be ready to go next.
Hey, Marquise, what's up?
And So I got black walnut, cherry, red oak, white oak, and pine and poplar, but you're not gonna make cutting boards out of those. Now I might use some poplar if I'm gonna do a combination of one just to add some different.
He said he wants
color.
purple heart and aspen. Good luck.
I mean, I'd have to order it off the internet, and it would take a while for it to get here. I could do it and get it done,
Expensive.
but that's a big fat check you're gonna have to write.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm going to be having to write a big fat check. Marcus. So my man Marcus right there, he is a very well-mannered young man who has his head on right. And
He's working on like his third or fourth
degree. Super smart, but he's not a punk.
No.
Met him at the very first HOA, and we were part of a working party there, and we had to move these bleachers.
That was so funny.
And the very first time we bent down to pick up a bleacher, I honestly thought that Marcus was kind of like a little slow because he went on 2, and the rest of the old guys we said we were gonna go on 3. Well, Marcus picked up the whole bleacher by himself. He was like, phew. And I'll never forget it because I had to jump back and Tommy Alderman jumped back. And Tommy and I looked at each other and were like, we're just going to go get the other side. And
I picked up the whole thing.
So
like,
here's Marcus on one side, just like, okay, where are we going to go? And me and Tommy are like, just go. And so I still think the boy should be playing football somewhere. But he's doing his thing. He's an artist. But he had a little bit of a scare this week. He gives blood like we do.
Yeah.
But he was giving, now correct me, Marcus, you were giving plasma this time or something. Well, anyway, it was given something that they had to return it to him, and he was
they had to return plasma back to him.
They was doing a double because he was doing a double.
Mm-hmm.
Well, something happened, and then the needle spun.
Came out of his vein, but stayed in his arm. Double units, that's what he's doing.
And his arm went...
He said it was like a golf ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad he's in here tonight because I had I got a stomach virus like super bad one time back in what was that 07, 08 where they had to take me off by ambulance.
No, it had to be closer to like 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there.
Back then. And the EMT was in the back and went to put an IV in me. Well, she must have missed. And they just started pouring the fluids in me. And all of a sudden we're like not even halfway to the hospital because we lived out in the country then. And then she's like, how you doing? Because I guess I started, my breathing started going up. I said, I feel like there's somebody sitting, like I got an elephant on my chest. The paramedic was driving, heard it, slammed on the brakes. They switched. They went lights and siren and took off.
Which was very nerve-wracking because I was following behind him in my minivan.
And just... And then she put a nitro tap because I guess I was at that age and overweight that they thought I was having some type of a heart attack or something.
Yeah.
Well, we get to the VA.
You weren't even 40 yet.
And had the cutest little nurse. She had to be like 4'4". Mm-hmm. She was just cute little black girl. Just cute. But oh! And she come in looking at me and she was like, Mr. Rare, are you okay? I'm like, I just having a hard time breathing. She looked at my arm. She grabbed my arm, picked my arm up. She said, I bet you are. Pulled the IV out and then left. And everything started to come back to
feeling better,
coming back to normal. And
our short nurses are hosses.
And basically what happened was she missed the vein and was pushing all that IV fluid just into my body. And it was all because I was laying down on the gurney. It was just it was going in there. And so I know how you felt, brother, when I was reading your thing on there, but so
glad you're okay.
Glad you're okay. You keep giving the blood, doing
Definitely
doing-
super scary. It
doing your
was.
thing.
And of course, then he had the nitro in his system, so that was fun.
Which was really helping things move along through the stomach virus. That was a bad day.
Yeah, that's because you were dehydrated. That's why you ended up having to go. Because I couldn't even get you up to get you out the door. And at the time, we lived in a double wide that had, the factory stairs that they build off the side. And there was no way I was getting him down north and south. I have to cut out for a minute. An idiot left a comment on my video that I need to deal with.
Guys, because it seems like COVID has enabled the trolls to breed. And I think they have bred during the first, they kind of bred during the first half, and the little troll babies came out. And now they are at typing age. And so, because I noticed in the live stream that we were in Stringfields last night, they were only doing like one letters. So they haven't been able to truly form. Some of the young ones are not there. They haven't been able to truly form letters or words yet.
They're just figuring out letters.
And then you got some that are at the teenage stage because all they want to talk about is like naked cowboys and stuff, which really makes me wonder the future of the trolls, if that's the best that they got. But I think COVID has made them reproduce. And so what you need to do, in all honesty, is put all of your comments held for review.
Samson said, I'm still training them. Gosh.
Just put all your comments held for review. The only people's comments that will go through are the people that you give wrenches to. They automatically go through.
Hey, our aprons.
And then the rest of them, you have to approve. Now, yeah, it does take a few extra minutes on you a day to go in there and check them,
right?
Prove them or not. But it also helps you engage more.
Yes, because you know that they're coming in,
Well, then, if somebody makes a good comment, you can go ahead and reply to it right then and there, or you can just be like, okay, I'm going to put this and...
Dee said, okay, that sucks for me.
I don't know why that sucks for her.
We get to see all of your comments.
Yeah. And this is a way that no comments really get lost that way.
See, because that's the thing before, when they were all just able to come through, unless we went and checked every day to see that there were messages, we wouldn't know, or
because that is the one of the bad things about YouTube is their notifications are, when you do get them, they will notify you that somebody commented, but they'll also notify you if somebody's video goes up or something like that.
Right.
And then the fact that you commented can get pushed way down on the list and it just gets lost. Yeah. So that's another thing that I think helps when you put those comments held for review.
Sonny's place. What's up?
Then that...
Dee, would you even want a wrench?
Would you want that responsibility?
Would you be
I'll give you a
wrench.
If you want that responsibility, I'll give you a wrench.
Yeah, it's not about...
Or are you setting it up to be able to leave a funny comment without me being able to see it first?
That's what it is.
I'm on to you. Right now, Doc's going, he's got your number. But that's something that I would do as a creator.
No.
Right now is just put all your comments held for review. Because I will be 100% honest with you. We have a video that it was not monetized at all. They completely took it off.
You don't have my number. Your phone died.
That we just now got back to limited ads. And it was our laundry pod video.
And it was because of the comments. Mm-hmm.
And we had to go through it. And that was right. Remember when they had the comment apocalypse and YouTube was letting information out there to be known that they are, if there's inappropriate comments on there, that also goes against whether or not you're suitable for advertisers. Well, I started looking at that, and it was all right around that time that the wonderful people that are now old enough to vote were eating Tide Pods. And so there was a lot of troll comments about how they tasted and this and that we had to go through and delete a bunch block of them. These people, and and do all of that.
Right.
And so if you put your comments up for review, that can save you that headache and that drama for a long time, because that video has over 100,000 views.
Yeah, and we barely
make 15 cents off of it.
Yeah, it's not good.
So
yeah.
So if you guys are starting to see troll activity on your channel, then rejoice, because that means you have reached a milestone, but also start to take protective actions to protect your monetization, your community guidelines.
Yeah, sometimes it helps to be proactive
and stuff like that. Yeah. YouTube does give you a spot where you can put in you can literally block words. And here's the thing. I've done it. There are some YouTube channel names that are in that block list, that black words list. So that means that person can't even comment, because the very first thing that comes up is their YouTube channel name, and they can't comment because their channel name is in the black words list. Make sure you put all the profanity in that one. Like when YouTube was coming down hard about saying COVID and stuff like that, I automatically put any variation I could of the virus in that.
Copper Kettle said, I always recommend people block their address as a word too.
Yeah. That's good. That's really good. I need to think. That's good.
Racial slurs, yeah. Anything like that.
Anything that could hurt your community standards. Because that's one of the things that a lot of the trolls are trying to do now, is especially
get you off.
They're trying to get you off, and they're keeping score about how many channels that they can get community strikes on, and this and that and this and that. But if you put these things in the black word list, and if it slips through, it's not on you. Then It's on YouTube.
They didn't like when we said the word. That's interesting.
Huh. And so it's just a good way to be proactive and protect your investment. Because let's be honest. You are a creator. You are an artist. This is your creation. This is your intelligent, what is that called?
What?
Even though it's, you can copyright it.
Fair use.
Your videos and stuff do get kind of like a copyright through YouTube.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Hey,
but
Farmer Brad.
But it's something else that it falls on, that when you come up with an idea or something, intellectual property. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you, Tinker's wife. Thank you very much. And let alone if you're like Farmer Brad and you come up with something, and that stuff kind of get protected that way. So protect, whether you're doing this as a whole knockdown, drag out business, and you're going all in. And this
yes, Sonny's, it does.
What do you say?
He said, I set up a blocked words list a while ago. I know that applies to video comments. Does it also apply to lives? Mm-hmm. Yes, that's exactly why we're talking about channel names. that's exactly why we did it, because we had channels coming into our lives and trolling our lives. And so we went ahead and did it that way.
Yeah. And so
I might add the word vegan to my banned words list.
And that's just something that you can do to be able to protect your channel. I highly recommend.
I don't have a patent because the backyard chicken community is very DIY.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I mean, putting these videos out. I mean, it's not like you just sit here and in 5 minutes, you throw your phone up in the air and you record something and throw it out. A lot of y'all, including us, put a lot of work into your channel, into your videos. And you need to protect that. That was a very hard lesson for us to learn, was about the comments with that video, because our channel was growing tremendously because of that video. It was the #1 video on YouTube when it comes to that title. It was, when you typed in how to make homemade laundry pods or homemade laundry tabs, laundry detergent into Google, that was the video that came up, was our video. It was a super exciting time for us that lasted about 2 weeks, and then it just went. It's because we were getting the crazy comments, and we weren't really paying attention. So that was a very hard lesson for us to learn. So please learn from us. 43 people in here. We got 41 thumbs up. Before we leave, Oh, Robin's got something in her hand, y'all.
Well, duh, I told you.
No, don't tell me nothing. You tell me is how good looking.
You know what I hate? I really don't like your memory. Sometimes I feel it's because you're just not paying attention when I talk to you, not because you don't remember it. Let's see.
I think you make stuff up.
Okay. You guys have a good night. I have to get back to these animations. So the two things we were going to talk about. One was your cutting boards that you're making and coasters. And the idea that I threw around at him. The man bun is restricting his memory.
That's what it is. This is so good popcorn.
The other thing is I finally made my pain salve. And I had to come get it because my hand was starting to hurt. So I figured I'd just show it to everybody. It's nothing pretty. But I have the tins available. But I also made some sample sizes. And a couple of you that are on Facebook have seen it and put in orders. And it's just in a chapstick tube. Just so that you get a chance to kind of try it and see if it works for you. And I'm selling those for $5. The tins will be $25. But I've told the people that get the sample, and they like it, I'll sell it to them for $20 instead of $25. So they'll get a 20% discount. I need international shipping prices. I don't know. I would have to check and see if that's something I can do. But I'll tell you, it has been a lifesaver. Is that what I'm getting? Yeah, it's a little chapstick. I think it's like a quarter of an ounce, I think. But Ladessa used it. Carol has even used it. Because it has calendula and it has plantain in it, it's also really good for skin irritations. Carol burned her arm the other day, and she's been using it for her arm, and she absolutely loves being able to use it. Lost Dude says, "Gee, Jason, what is a white wood that I could use instead of aspen for a cutting board?" A light one.
White oak.
Yeah. And we can get white oak. As far as I know of. Would it be good for eczema? I don't know. I would imagine so because it's anti-inflammatory, and that would be good for eczema. So I would think so. Hard maple, we don't have access to.
I wonder what. I don't have access to it. I don't know. Maybe only people in like Hawaii would, but I've been watching a lot of people do stuff with coconut wood here lately. It's just I like watching folks do stuff with different woods. But
yes, I did use pirate shipping. I liked it.
Now, you're leaving something very important out.
What? Good night, Stringfield.
The plantain, calendula, all came from our farm.
Yes.
The CBD oil
came from due west,
right down the road.
Yeah, not far from us. So it's fairly local. Yeah, the calendula and the plantain I got from here on our property. And so I made the oils for that, the concentration of the oils for that, and then it's got CBD oil and beeswax in it.
And now look, that the tincture that she made for this with the plantain and calendula, that's not something that happens overnight. It takes a little while.
No, it takes me like 6 weeks just to do that. Yeah. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, I got to start another batch soon because poplar is an option for a whitewood too. No? Yeah.
It is, but it's so soft.
Yeah, I don't know that it would be good for a cutting board.
Yeah.
Yeah, or is it too soft? Yeah, I think it would be too soft. I think we've got quite a few. I think we're going to have enough for some. I think we're going to have enough for some more pecan wood stuff.
We'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. So, how many of y'all saw? I saw a couple of posts today where some people were getting their whole seed catalog. Anybody here got their whole seed catalog yet?
I'm also making, while we're waiting for that, I'm making
Good night, Tinker's wife.
cheese tray.
Yes.
I'm still trying to work out the kinks with it. I may have to go get a palm router. But I am taking, like, I messed up on Copper Kettle's cutting board. And I could not get it square, and I just kept trying. Well, it ended up being the width just got too small for a decent cutting board, but not for a cheese tray. And so now, since it's a pretty much kind of big chunk of wasted wood, and I've been trying to route out. Robin, a long time ago, brought home these samples of like granite and quartz and stuff like that.
And they're like 6 inches by 12 inches.
I didn't see what Dee said. What did she say?
Jason is like, Doc uses new projects to get new toys. But I'll tell you, the deal is if he makes the money from selling his stuff, then he can get the toy. He just got, what did you get the other day? What did you buy the other day? The sander. The sander. What's that thing called? And that goes for your little wine caddy things. To inside the holes. And they make sure the holes goes. What is that called?
I don't know, but that from now on it's going to be called the
I can't remember what it's called. Some kind of sander.
It's a 14-inch oscillating. It's from Harbor Freight.
Drum sander.
No, it's not a drum sander.
Not spiralizer. I have a
Dadgummit.
cheese cutter that is a slab of marble. It's about 5 inches by 8 inches. Yeah, so go ahead.
I'm trying to remember what it's 14-inch oscillating.
Belt sander? No.
It's got the
Plunge? No.
it's not cones, but they're
Spinning sandy thingamabob. There you go.
go.
That's the technical term for it. Spindle sander?
Spindle sander.
Thank you, Daryl.
Thank you, Daryl.
It's those. Ooh. That was almost bad. That was almost equal. Bad. Hey, so that is it. Tupon's Homestead.
Yeah. When he first came in, I thought it was Tupac. I was like.
So he was asking earlier. She was asking earlier if we are in Georgia, but we're not in Zone 9. We're actually in 7B, 8A, somewhere around in there. So
this cheese tray that I'm trying to make, the granite or quartz, I'm trying to recess down into
a piece of wood,
the chunk of wood. And the theory behind it, it came to me. It was just, I was just laying in bed one night and I just sat up straight and I'm like, I said, Robin, do you remember when we were trying to make those ice cubes out of the sink things?
Deanna, if you're in here.
The sink things. I said, remember how we were talking about if we put them in there, that our biggest fear was that if you drop them in the glass, that the glass would break because they're so heavy. But, what?
A granite cutting board would not be awesome.
No.
It'll dull your knife. Take it from somebody who sells granite. Not good.
So.
Robin, that was a great idea that Jason is claiming.
And so I was like, what if those samples that we had out there, I recessed them down into a block? People could then take those chunks of those sample granites, put them in the freezer or the refrigerator, because the granite will absorb the cold. They can bring it back, and then they can put their cheeses on it, and the cheese would remain chilled while it sits out there at room temperature during the party, and you don't have to worry about it going bad. I was like, I'm a genius. A lot of things come to me like that. Have been for about 16 years. They just come to me. It's a gift. God bless me.
Does it just kind of like pop in your head?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I'll just be laying there. I'll be laying there and I'll be like, yeah.
Or chocolate. Yes. Yeah, you could roll ice cream on it. But so granite definitely holds cold very, very well. I imagine that this idea came to Jason from all of the days that he spent in a granite shed where we store thousands of slabs.
I remember you talking about when you worked at the other place and you were out there in the granite shed and it was so cold, and how you said it used every time you touched the granite, how cold it would be, and that you learned that it.
Yes, it does. It holds cold very, very well. That's why there was a craze. There was a craze a while back about taking chunks of granite and polishing them or like smoothing them out, and then you could put those in the freezer and then take them out and gently put them into your tumblers, because then you could have your drink on the rocks. And we kind of tried to do that, but granite's really hard to work with. Like, you have to have a special type of
Will it
sander.
crack if it gets too cold? The quartz probably will.
What I would say is, as far as cracking, it's not going to crack if it gets too cold. It's going to crack if it goes from one extreme to the other quickly. That's the big one. Is if you go from it being like 30 degrees in your freezer to, putting a hot plate, or a hot pan on top of it, yeah, it could crack. But we've had quartz and granite inside sheds where it was 20 degrees outside, and I mean, it's an outside shed, and they don't crack. So Jason's idea to recess the pieces would make a great charcuterie board. Exactly. So that's what we're thinking about. And later down the road, I will probably be able to find other pieces of granite and stuff that I can get people to cut for me, even if I want to do like some cool shapes or, anything like that. So, but yeah, like I saw, what's her name? Terry say something about a wine caddy. The problem with granite with a wine caddy is you're going to be carrying glasses, and I wouldn't recommend putting glasses on the granite. It'll probably shatter. Charcuterie and cheese board with a glass of wine. Yep. So we're looking into, so that's kind of our focus right now, is we're going to work on some cutting boards, some cheese boards, some charcuterie trays, and coasters, cutting board cooking book holders, so that kind of stuff. We might even do some small trivets, that kind of thing. So crazy how charcuterie is blown up. It's just a grown-up version of Lunchables. Yes, no wine, use champagne. That's right. Yeah, it would break the wine bottles. Yeah, it would. You would end up like, as soon as you put the wine bottle up to it, it would shatter. But that wine caddy, because you've got one out in I got a peek of it.
I don't like that one.
I like it, but it's pretty. So, what did it say? A tumbler for wine? Tumbler for wine. I've been drinking wine from a measuring jug.
So, speaking of, I don't even know how I got there now. But anyway, tonight, we have to invest in a better telescope for Carol. Tonight, we caught a glimpse in the sky. There was a red star. And I'm like, I know that's a planet. I don't know which one. And so Carol and I spent the better part of 15 minutes to 45 minutes out there trying to get this planet in her telescope. And then when we finally got it, it was just a straight outline of the spear of the thing. She thinks it was Venus. I'm just glad
we got a chance to come and look at it.
Got a chance to come and look at it. We used the telescope that she got from, I think it was D.
Barefoot Adventures. Red Stars Mars. That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking too. The telescope that we
Venus is bright white. Sorry. The telescope you want.
I want to get for her and LaDessa is one that they can hook up their cameras to.
I would love to get one like that. That would be cool. Yeah. Good night, Two Ponds and Home Place.
And because we could see the outline of the planet on that one, and we knew it was a planet. And she switched out the lenses or whatever with it, and she was able to get a little I didn't get to see it, but she switched it out, and that's when she came in and she's like, Daddy, I think that it was Venus. The tortoise.
Those are like $1,200, aren't they? I don't know. We gotta find out.
No, I found one on Best Buy online that is a little bit more powerful than the one that she has right now.
Like a zoom lens attachment. I think it is, yeah.
And The one at Best Buy
Couple $100
was like almost $200, but I found one at Sam's that was like $50, and they both say the exact same magnification level. So I got to do a little bit more research to be able to do that. The tortoises, right now, the tortoises are kind of on hold because we are waiting on light bulbs. This one specific type
just that.
of light bulb. Then once we get that light bulb, we can build the turtle house.
Right. What the two of them have to live in has to be closed, basically, to where it can build up humidity, because they need humidity and heat. So we have to build, like, the top of the box has to be closed in, and then she's going to use Velcro and a
Right, but we have to get the measurement of that. What is it? The
the light T5.
T5 light.
Yeah.
The T5 light. We have to.
It's like 2 feet, I think.
I mean, they come in so many different. Anyway, I need to get the dimensions off the physical light that comes from wherever we order it from.
Right.
Width, length, everything, so that way I can get a decent seal, because they have to have a certain amount of humidity. And in the summertime around here, that's probably not going to be that hard for us to be able to
just take
manage.
them outside and let them play.
But in the wintertime,
yeah,
she's not taking them things outside. But in the wintertime, it's going to be a little bit different because of the way that it is. And then basically it's this T5, T8 light bulb thing.
So UVB bulb.
A clear shower curtain, and then we're going to build it, and then we're going to order it, because we're going off of the advice of the folks that we are getting the turtles from. They said to make sure that you have everything in place when they arrive, because as soon as they arrive, we have to literally take them out of the box and then put them in a bowl of water with
a soak. They have to soak for several minutes, because that's actually how they hydrate. They don't like drink like how other animals do. They kind of absorb the liquid through their skin and through everything else, I think. And so that's how they stay hydrated. So we have to wait until we get everything. And we joined a Facebook group where they basically say the same thing. Don't set yourself up to fail and get your tortoises first. Go ahead and get everything ready to go, and then get your tortoises, because that's the best way to do it. So
I might have to call on Fix-It Floyd.
Because we have to build, like, it has to have a hide, and we're gonna build it so it's got a lid on the top. Do they get a tiny turtle pool? No. They don't recommend that you keep them access to water. You're supposed to kind of bring them to water every once in a while. Yeah. So
and that's why you guys I haven't posted any pictures or anything, because we're basically trying to save this footage for Dessa's channel. We have like, I know Ben Holler knows, because I asked him if he ever seen any paint like this, and a couple of people in a focus group, Marco Polo group that we have, know. There was a paint called, what was it called? Expand.
I don't remember.
Anyway, it was like a flex paint.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it ended up starting to bubble on Dessa's walls, and I thought that was just because of the way, because Dessa's room was Blaze's room at one time. I thought, Blaze was just doing something crazy in there or whatever. And
you never know with a 1950s house. I mean,
and so I started to just, I thought it was just going to cut away and chip away for me, and it didn't. It just kept coming, like it was like bubble gum, like from when you were a kid and you're like.
It was almost like wallpaper, but not.
Yeah.
Like, it was like stretchy wallpaper.
Yeah. And so we ended up pulling it all off of the walls. Well, Unfortunately, in some spots, it took the paper off the drywall with it. So we've had to go and recoat the
No, it's not
drywall.
Flex Seal. It's
drywall with fresh mud. And I taught Ladessa how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And we got footage of all of this, and it's going to be coming out on Dessa's channel because on how she's getting
Good night, Cattywampus.
And so we taught Ladessa how to spread the mud on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a whole bucket and basically got like 1.5 walls. So I got to go pick up another bucket and do that. And
one day at a time. Hello.
And so we're going to be doing that, sanding that down, and then we are going to be painting her walls with chalkboard paint.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole reason why we're doing this is to help Ladessa, because these tortoises have to have like a strict schedule.
Pretty decent, yeah.
And so you can't expect a 13-year-old girl to be able to jump right in and do
remember
this.
all of it
Remember
right away.
all of it. I mean, that's just setting her up to fail. I mean, crap, Robin and I together probably couldn't remember everything without having to write it down.
Well, I mean, this group that I'm in, they have like, they've put together graphics of like foods that they're allowed to eat certain time, like how often a week, things like that. So even adults have to have graphics to remember this kind of stuff. So, you know, she's going to know, okay, well, I've already given them this for the week. I've already given them this for the week. I'm soaking them on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, whatever.
So we're probably going to be reaching out to TJ or Nana Cher and Papa Daryl to see if we can get some type of vinyl when we get more information. Get ready to that, like vinyl magnet stuff that she can put on those days, like, hey, I fed them this lettuce, or hey, I fed them a carrot, or I fed them blah 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 blah. And so we are going to be painting the walls in a chalkboard paint so that
she can write on it and wipe it down.
You know, Robin can go in there and write basically pretty much the days of the week out and kind of set this thing up, so then that way Ladessa can keep track
of what she did,
of what she's doing,
right?
You know, how many days, how often they got to soak every other day or
right
every 3 days or whatever, so she can go right on that one day soak, so that way she doesn't have to try to remember. She can look up and go, okay, I soaked them on Monday.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. They need to get soaked again.
Right.
And and so so that's all still
another part of it.
Still got to get done, and I think it's going to be very cool. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. That's why I made the joke about calling out Fix It Floyd. But I may call on him to help him, to get him to come down here and help me lay everything out, because I got to put almost like a tiny raised bed in there for them to have be able to graze on stuff naturally and not just always get used to being
Yeah, we want to be able to like put lettuces and arugulas and things like that in there that they can just kind of naturally eat off of. So
that's going to be
edible plants.
A really good adventure for her. And then comes building Carol's art studio. That's going to be a whole big shed.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right. Mama's tired.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead. We've been on for an hour and a half. We're going to go ahead and call it tonight. I'm a little disappointed that the trolls didn't show up. I mean, I dropped that major challenge. I guess they just, I guess we just scared them. I guess they were just scared. They couldn't do it. We want to thank everybody for coming in and hanging out with us, and thank you guys for this.
Oh, that's a good idea. Sorry.
Write it down then.
No, I got it.
Okay. All the support that you guys have given us over the years. Be on the lookout for, still gonna, this internet thing gets fixed. Hopefully by tomorrow. Be on the lookout for videos and stuff start coming out on Monday, but it's going to be a little bit of a different format, and we're going to bring you along on everything. I'm going to bring you along on my acupuncture appointments. We're just going to bring you along until y'all say, okay, that's just too much. And so I hope you guys enjoy that. Like I said, trying something new. And there's that. So Robin and I want to remind you guys to plant smiles,
Grow giggles,
and harvest the love, baby. Yeah.
good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody. Recycle, reuse, repurpose, keep stuff out of the landfills, and be kind to one another. We'll see y'all next time.